Won't it be Ryan the Great? And today we are reacting to the Nuggets, the Heat, and the Los Angeles Lakers series wins. The Nuggets won their series in 6 games. Actually, all these teams won their series in 6 games. The Nuggets, Lakers, and Miami Heat all won their series in 6 games. So first we're talking about the Nuggets, and we'll talk about the Heat, then we'll talk about the Lakers, and we'll talk about them going forward. But I thought about their Game 6s. We're not going to be digging deeper into the series. That could be saved for another time. We're going to be digging deep into their Game 6s, and tomorrow's video will be a video about the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics, previewing their Game 7. And we're going to get right into it. But before we get right into it, guys, make sure you subscribe with the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Leading the Great blogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ryan the Cod Great. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Ryan the Great RTG. And make sure you follow me on Twitch at Ryan the Great Podcast. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the video. So starting off with the Nuggets and Phoenix Suns. This was an embarrassment. The Nuggets won 125-100. They had their largest lead of the game was 32 points. This was an embarrassment for the Phoenix Suns. And when you look at their overall shooting, they did not shoot that bad as a team. Field goal percentage, they shot 48%. 3-point percentage, 39%. A big problem, they did shoot 65% from the free throw line. They did shoot 11 less free throws, though, than the Denver Nuggets. So I don't know if you want to say that's a problem, but in my book, that's really not. The biggest problem, though, for the Phoenix Suns, I mean, obviously, you could point at Devin Booker, who had a really bad game, 4 for 13 shooting, 12 points, minus 27 on the plus-minus. Kevin Durant, I mean, only 23 points, only took 19 shots. I feel like that's not Kevin Durant, in my opinion. Did shoot 50%, but only 23 points is not that good. Their leading scorer was Cam Payne with 31 points. He had a really good game, playing the most minutes out of everyone, 42 minutes, 12 for 16. But I think the biggest problem is the Phoenix Suns bench. Listen, I understand that these guys just didn't shoot hot. Terrence Ross, he shot 0 for 5. Lee, he had a half-decent game shooting 3 for 4. Craig, he shot 2 for 3. And Warren shot 0 for 1. You could say that these guys got off shots. But the problem is that they're not really giving them, Phoenix is not setting them up for success. They're not setting screens for them. They're not, helping them succeed. They're not how do I say it? If Durant or Booker is taking it one-on-one, they're not giving up their shot just to give it into the corner to a role player for them to shoot the 3. And then when they have to go one-on-one, they're not good enough to, take someone one-on-one like an Aaron Gordon or Michael Porter Jr. or Nikola Jokic, someone like that. These guys are not good enough to do that. They were not set up for success, in my opinion. Do I think that's fully Monty Williams' fault? No, because they played so much one-on-one basketball with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. That really is a big problem, in my opinion. Second thing is that they couldn't defend the paint for nothing. Jokic, 32 points. He shot 13 for 18 from the field. He only shot 1 3-pointer. That just shows how much he was in the paint. Phoenix gave up 62 points in the paint to the Denver Nuggets, and that is really bad. When you look at what the Phoenix Suns have, I mean, obviously Ayton did not play in this game, but Landale, he's shown that he can be a good player, and really his whole job was just to play defense on Jokic. Was not available to do that. I definitely think they should have double teamed him a lot more, kind of like what Embiid does. When he gets into the post, you automatically double him. They really should have done a little bit more than that, but for some reason they had faith in their team that they could defend Jokic. I don't really understand why. You don't have anybody like DeAndre, and not really saying that that's doing much because Ayton is soft as hell, and I don't care what anybody tells me. Yeah, they couldn't defend Jokic, and then really, they couldn't guard the perimeter as well. They shot 36% from 3. Murray shot 4 for 7 from 3. Caldwell Pope 2 for 5. Denver didn't even take that many 3-point shots, and yet they still couldn't defend the 3. Defending the 3 and defending the paint, they really could not do. And then they gave up way too many steals. I think Denver had 10 steals, and that is just not okay. Yeah, they had 10 steals, Denver. Phoenix had 14 turnovers. Nothing. So, yeah, not really much there. Not really much in team stats that really stand out other than points in the paint. And rebounding. Rebounding was another problem. Denver got 41 rebounds to Phoenix's 29. I will always say this, and I will say it again. You need two things in the playoffs. You need aggression, and you need depth. Phoenix did not have that whatsoever. I do understand Monty Williams did go deeper in his bench without Chris Paul, but you didn't set them up for success. That's the way it is. So, yeah, moving on. And now Denver's going to the the Western Conference Finals with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now we move on to the Miami Heat, who won their Game 6, 96-92, over the New York Knicks yesterday. Listen, Miami, overall, they just played as a team when you look at it. They played a lot better as a team, in my opinion. The Knicks only had 13 assists. The Miami Heat had 25. They moved the ball around a lot better, and they only shot 25% from three and only 40% from the field. That is not great at all, because New York, they shot 28% from three, and they shot 38% from the field, so not much of a difference there except for three-point shooting. But once again, Miami played as a team. There really is not much to say about it. Do I think that really is the Knicks' fault? No. Yes, it's their fault that they didn't play as a team, but what were they supposed to do? Especially Jalen Brunson. He had 41 points, 14 for 22 from the field, 5 for 10 from 3, and he had no help. Julius Randle, 15 points, 3 for 14 from the field. R.J. Barrett, 11 points, 1 for 10 from the field. I really don't know what you want him to do if his guys are not shooting the ball well at all. They made nothing from 3. Other than Brunson, nobody shot well from the 3 at all. The next best shooter was Obi Toppin, who shot 2 for 5, but he comes off the bench and is a role player, so he's not going to win you a game. It really is a shame when you look at the New York Knicks, because this was a team with a lot of potential coming into the playoffs, and they were able to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, who I didn't even think they would. They were able to take this good Miami Heat team into 6 games, and then overall they just fell apart. Julius Randle had a terrible playoff series, terrible efficiency. Not a lot of points. R.J. Barrett, he was up and down, but you got to be consistent. That's been a problem with him. He's got to be able to work on his game in the offseason. And really, they really don't have any other role players that are going to help him. You can't tell me that Quentin Grimes, Mitchell Robinson, Obi Toppin, Isaiah Hartenstein are going to win you a game. Josh Hart, maybe, because I really like Josh Hart, Villanova guy. He was really the only other one that did something. He shot 50% from the field and had 11 points. Really nothing happened for the New York Knicks that are not going to win you games. I understand that Brunson scoring 41 points is amazing, but you got to have somebody else by your side. This is absolutely ridiculous. Everybody thought Brunson coming in was going to play second fiddle to Julius Randle. Obviously, that is not the case. Jalen Brunson is the man of this team, and in my humble opinion, not humble opinion at all, Julius Randle's got to go. If you got to trade him for Damian Lillard, Karl Anthony Towns, somebody like that, you got to go ahead and do it, because Julius Randle not showing up in a playoff series where you had a real chance to get to the Eastern Conference Finals is a damn shame for this New York Knicks team, because they would have got a lot of media attention, and honestly, they need it for the good. But Miami, they overall played as a team. Nobody had over 30 points, but Butler had 24, Adebayo had 23, Strus 14, Lowry 11 off the bench. I'm actually really liking what he's doing off the bench, being a great facilitator for the team, also playing at the end of the game. In my opinion, it doesn't matter if you start, it matters if you're at the end of the game. That's what I also like about Donte DiVincenzo. He normally is in there at the end of the game, but we'll get into the Warriors in a little bit. But overall, they just played better as a team. Didn't shoot well, but, they played better defense, so then it's fine. They overall played as a better team. They shared the ball, and they scored enough points to win the game. That really is what it all comes down to. Moving on to the next series, as much as I hate to say it, the Los Angeles Lakers have won the series against the Golden State Warriors and are going to the Western Conference Finals. There, I said it. Is everybody happy? LeBron James, I can't stand him. But I can't say he didn't have a good game. He had 30 points, 10 for 14 from the field. It really was really easy for the Los Angeles Lakers. Overall, this doesn't really say much. The Warriors' individual play was just really bad. When you look at the stat sheet, it's the two people in double figures are Stephen Curry and Donte DiVincenzo. Curry's going to win you a game, right? But 32 points is not going to cut it when nobody else in the starting lineup has over double figures in points. DiVincenzo, I really love DiVincenzo, 16 points, but he's not going to win you a basketball game at the end of the day. The Warriors overall, they just didn't shoot well. This is the best three-point shooting team in the NBA. They shot 27% from three. They shot 37% from the field goal range. And the Lakers overall, 52% from the field and 50% from three. It really all comes down to. The Warriors didn't shoot well. They had an off night. It really is a shame for them because I definitely thought they could have taken this to a Game 7. But for whatever reason, they can't win on the road. They were 11-30 on the road this year. I really don't understand what you want them to do. I just don't understand what happened to the Warriors this season. I just don't get it. I can't even really tell you any explanation right now about like any analysis on this game. Really, all I can say is that they couldn't cover the three. Their rebounding was atrocious. I mean, if you look at them, it was they did out-rebound the Lakers, but come on. I mean, Davis had 20 rebounds on your head. Again, Anthony Davis is grabbing every single rebound on you. When you got a guy like Kevon Looney who had 18 rebounds, nobody else can help. I mean, goodness gracious, just crash the boards, knock it out of his hand. I really don't know what to say. LeBron James, I do like that he is giving more trust to guys like Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell. But lucky for them, they are one of the worst perimeter defensive teams in the NBA. And lucky for them, the Warriors shot 27% from three. In my opinion, the Lakers got lucky that the Warriors had a bad game. Because I think if they would have had a good game, I'm not too sure if they would have won. It would have been a closer game. But if the Warriors would have been a little more woken up, I don't really think the Lakers would have won this game. I think they would have forced a little bit more missed shots. And what else? And the Warriors, if the Warriors would have made a little bit more shots, I believe the Lakers wouldn't have won this game. But another problem was Jordan Poole. 7 points, 3 for 10 from the field. Come on, man. Didn't he just get a $100 million contract? Like, what are you doing? You can't lay an egg like that, man. Like, that is absolutely awful. You got to play a lot better than that. Like, I honestly thought that they should have started Jordan Poole in this series and taken out Andrew Wiggins. Clearly, I was wrong because he was atrocious. I do understand that he's better in the starting lineup, but when you're not doing great off the bench, it really doesn't encourage a coach to start you. That's all I'm going to say about that. Really, I mean, at the end of the day, once again, the Warriors didn't shoot well, and the Lakers shot a lot better. That really all this comes down to. And Klay Thompson, 3 for 19 from the field, 2 for 12 from 3 doesn't help. But we'll see. Warriors and Nuggets in the Western Conference semifinals, and the Miami Heat will take on the winner of the Boston Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers series tomorrow. And that'll do it for this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe with the post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Leon the Great blogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my second channel at Ren the Cod Great. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitter at Ren the Great RTG, and make sure you follow me on Twitch at Ren the Great Podcast. And as always, Ryan the Great out. Peace.